it's not really real. Like,
well, I mean, if you're an OnlyFans model, you can't have a problem with your guy following other women. You're an OnlyFans model.
Yeah, it'd be a double standard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so if you tell your guy, if you're an OnlyFans model and you're doing all kinds of horny, girly shit on OnlyFans, you know, and then you expect your dude to respect you and not follow other women, you're delusional. You're delusional to think that
But
your
I think
guy's
someone
not going to follow other
even
women.
Thinks, like, even cares about that. Like, why is my dude's following other girls? It's
Because women are dumb and they do. They get upset. I've known plenty of
I know,
other
I've heard
OnlyFans
crazy women
women
like that,
who are
for
like, I
sure.
can't believe he's following this girl. That bitch, you are undressing in front of a bunch of men all over the world. How dare you have that even remotely double standard that your guy can't do what you're already doing? And you're promoting it, and you're pushing it on them, and you are manipulating, and you are lying, and you're deceiving
The
these other
proverbial
men.
you, because not me. My dude watches porn. I love it.
I'm not
kind of
saying
a little
every
bit of
woman.
a
I'm not
little
saying every,
cucky
but a majority
sometimes.
of them.
I don't know. And just
Yeah.
the last thing, I'm kind of territorial, so I don't want other men to be like looking at my girl like that.
A lot of men are, and that's
I
what
mean, a
comes.
lot of guys look at a woman and
That's monogamy.
they automatically
That's what monogamy
start
is.
thinking things if they're attracted to them.
You can't be an OnlyFans model and then say you're a monogamist. There's just no way. You
That's why I
can't.
say monogamish.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You can't even represent the whole monogamy thing because of what you do, because it is a double standard. It's hypocritical. It's hypocrisy.
Well,
I mean,
it's
if you're
mainly
not
just
sleeping
social.
with anybody else and you're not meeting up with anybody else in
You're
person,
sharing your
then-
body. You're sharing your body and these personal things that should be only reserved for the person that you're with or married to. If you're married and you're an OnlyFans model and you're sharing your body on the internet and I can pay to see your vagina hole, you are not a monogamous woman. I'm sorry. You're showing your private parts to other people who are not your husband. Because when you take that vow, when you get married, you're vowing to be for that other person and only for that other person. Unless you're polyamorous, it's a completely different thing. But if you
I mean, maybe if that's what you vow, though. I mean, everybody, you can vow different
let
things
me
in
ask you
marriage.
let me ask you a question. Do you plan on being in a monogamous relationship at some point in your life?
Yes.
Okay, are you going to do it before or after you leave OnlyFans?
Their round meatball donated $200. Would you guys quit of all making any kind of content if you were in a relationship?
Exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Meatball.
That's exactly my question.
Yeah.
Is
So
the
you-
man gonna like make up for the? I don't do OnlyFans, but
Yeah.
just hypothetically, is a man gonna make up for the financial differences? Like, are you going to be a provider and substitute whatever they were making?
Why should he have to?
No.
Why should he
Why
have
should
to?
I have to give it
Asking
up?
him, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
everybody has a right.
Because you want to be in a monogamous relationship.
But that's you're assuming that they want to be in a.
Well, that's why I
monogamous
asked. I asked her, and she said yes. She wants to be in a monogamous relationship,
Eventually.
married.
Well, then, but it's sort of a false equivalence. Like, it would make more sense to say, would you be okay with your man doing OnlyFans?
Some
that
guys
would
are
be
okay
the
with
equal.
it. Some guys think it's hot and they get turned on by it, and that's literally a.
And then once
kink,
the
like-
once the honeymoon phase is over and he leaves you because he can't take it anymore, then what?
But this for me, this isn't forever. This is
Right. But that's why I said
It's
for
fun
your
for me, and I
20s.
express my sexuality and saving money, and
But
then
that's why I said your 20s is for
transition into
fucking
something
around,
different.
finding out who you are. So, you're not quite at the threshold where you should be figuring yourself out yet, but you should probably stop OnlyFans before you figure yourself out.
I mean,
I'm
everyone
figuring
has
myself out right now. I'm figuring it
different.
out all the
Everyone
time.
has different tolerances for social deviancy and sexual deviancy.
Yeah.
And any rational guy going into a relationship or looking for a potential relationship, he's not going to seek a woman who is putting herself out there as a sexual being
To other men.
To other men. There's going to be allure. Like, guys look for allure in women. They do look for a little bit of competition, but that's not competition. That's like,
I just think it's crazy
just
for anybody to
exposure.
speak for like
A whole group
everyone.
of
Well, no, but here's
Like,
the thing.
I don't think that's
most
broad
Okay.
category
most
level.
most men that are okay with it are not high value men.
I mean,
I would not.
And they're not the men that you're going to want to marry.
Exactly.
So what these two
I mean,
ladies just say, I think one thing that might be forgotten here, and again, no judgment, honestly.
Yeah, no judgment.
But one thing that I think might be being forgotten here is that what men, and I am generalizing here, But generally speaking, I think that what men fall in lust with is very different than what men fall in love with. And I
That
think
part.
a lot of times, maybe
100%.
because of the way we were raised, the way we value or don't value ourselves, I think especially as women, I've seen a lot of people conflate those two things, and I think it causes a lot of pain on both ends. I think a lot of men are very confused too.
Do you do BG content?
No.
You only do solo content? Okay. So, I mean, obviously there's scales to it. Like a girl who's only done like lingerie stuff on OnlyFans, it's not quite as suboptimal as a girl who's done like gangbangs,
And sex acts.
you know, and,
True.
and like BG content.
But in my opinion,
But it's still suboptimal.
like if some, like to me, like my standards, right? Like I would never go and do mainstream porn because to me, like I just can't do that with sex. Like, and I think if, to me, a woman doing mainstream porn and having sex with a bunch of different men, literally on camera, like you can see all
Yeah,
these
that's
different
bad.
men.
That's bad.
That's not a vibe. I think a woman that does boy-girl content on OnlyFans with her partner, her boyfriend, husband, whatever it is, and then maybe a divorce happens and it doesn't work out and now she wants to date someone else, is that person gonna judge her for having sex with someone else? Like,
can I ask a
whether it's on
question?
camera or not,
Yes.
like you're gonna be upset that your girlfriend that was dating people before you had sex with other people?
Yep.
On camera.
Can I have a question? I have a
Yeah.
question. I have a question. Do you believe that doing OnlyFans, does that give you confidence? Does that build your confidence? Do you feel more confident because you do OnlyFans?
I think actually, yeah.
Because I think it's a false sense of confidence. Because here's the reason why I say this. Because OnlyFans gives you confidence because it's based on looks. It's only based on looks. You're not having Pulitzer Prize conversations with people that are checking out your titties and your vagina. So the second the OnlyFans is done or your looks fade, then what are you left with? What are you left with?
Well, I think, I mean, obviously none of us really know each other that well, but like before I did OnlyFans, I had my own remodeling company at the age of 19 and
But
was
that- again,
doing manual
that's all
labor
looks.
remodeling. And that's my passion, and I want to own an all-women's construction company
That's
one
cool.
day. And this is just something that's fun for me. And I have a
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Oh, the construction company.
Well, just to add to her point,
but it's just like obviously there's
I don't think it's fair to belittle her goals. They're-
Just to add to her
Your
point,
goals
though.
are if you have this alternative path that you want to seek, then what is the appeal in doing OnlyFans to you, and what do you think it is the appeal of doing OnlyFans to a multitude of women that actually do it?
I think for me it's an ability to make a great like future for myself without a man. Like I don't need a man in my life, and if there is one that wants to be there and love me for where I'm at and actually knows me and like what I've been through, then I don't think they would.
Can I suggest something? The quality of man and human that I think you're going to want later in life is the kind of man who's going to want to be needed by you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
I
different
think
way
y'all
of
would be
thinking about
surprised
it.
who subs OnlyFans. Like y'all have this idea that it's like the kind of man that you want is not going to subscribe to OnlyFans. Those are the exact guys that are subscribed. People just don't know.
Yeah,
Give
there's
an
some
example.
really
Give an
great
example.
guys.
of what you
It's
mean.
the preachers that
false.
are buying prostitutes.
Yeah, but I'm not
But
looking to marry a
that's not the kind
preacher.
of man that I
Look,
would
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
here,
I hope that
hold
makes
on,
sense.
hold on. I'm going to make things very simple
You're
here,
saying it's not
okay?
obvious. Like,